The drifter dreams about all the things he would do if he was rich. Financial freedom is something he would do anything for. Whenever he tells his friends and his family though, they just kind of look at him funny. They try to bring him back to reality. The drifter does not take action because now he thinks it's not possible. He ultimately spends the rest of his days drifting through life, never chasing his goals, never thinking big, never taking action towards the dreams that he had. The player dreams that one day he will be financially free. He sees all these people living the life that he wants to live and he just can't help but to wonder, why not me? The player, instead of spending his time talking about it, he just takes action. He could care less about what his friends would think, his family would think. He could care less about what all these people think. He's ruthless and will do anything to achieve his vision, this dream of his that is in his mind. Because where there's a will, there is a way. And before we start the video, I have a free Discord link in the description that you can join. It's called The Guild. We have over 500 members in there. If you really need help leveling up, finding an accountability partner, having people who are like-minded, this is the place for you. Since one was dreaming big, delusional, I bet you can find someone on the internet that lives the life that you want to live. But why can't you do that as well? If that person did it, why can't you? Since one was a delusional to think that, okay, like I can start a business, I can do this, I can do that. But everyone's just so caught up in reality. People think like, oh, stop being realistic, stop trying to think about this and this and that. It's just pessimistic. I say let's crush that mindset and just go after being optimistic. Because when you see the vision, when the vision is clear, even when it seems a little bit foggy, when you feel for something, when you know a goal, when you have a dream that you feel so passionate about, don't let these people drag you down and bring you to reality. Because they can't see what you see. Just because they can't see it doesn't mean that it's not worth chasing after. Just because they can't dream as big as you doesn't mean you cannot chase after it. Just because they have a limited mindset does not mean you can't achieve it. It's not unrealistic. You see, the more that you are delusional in this sense that, okay, you wake up early, you have something that you're working towards, you're doing things that 99% of people are not doing, all of a sudden you're delusional, right? But I'm telling you, if you are delusional, you will level up. You will level up so much more faster if you have this big thing that you're chasing after. Right now, all the habits that I do are completely different than what I was doing 2 years ago. Nothing is the same. Nothing is similar other than obviously going to the bathroom, showering, eating, right? But what I used to do 2 years ago, wake up whenever I want. Okay, maybe I'd go to the gym, eat breakfast right away. I wasn't really working on something. I'd just watch YouTube all day, scroll on my phone, talk to people on my phone. It's just, I lived like an accident. I lived like such a chaotic life. Nothing had structure. And nowadays, this vision that I have in my mind is so strong and so vivid that nothing can break it. Nothing can stop that. And I've been leveling up since then. And you can do the same as well. Quest number 1 that I'm gonna give you right now is to get out a piece of paper and write down 10 things that you would do if you had $100 million. What would you do all day? How would your days look? What time would you wake up? And if your answer, oh, I'll just chill, I'll just relax, I'll just travel, I'll just enjoy my life. What do you mean enjoy your life? What does that look like? I'm telling you, dream as big as possible because people don't dream past this stage because they think, oh, like I'll never even have $100 million, so what's the point of even thinking about it? That's a loser mentality. I'm not gonna fall for this average mentality, and you don't have to as well. This exercise is a way for you to open your mind and see the possibilities to unlock that growth mindset. To become a player, you need to have this growth mindset to be more open to possibilities. Because if someone else has done it, you can do it as well. You see what the 99% are doing. Look at all the people who are not successful and do the opposite of them. Because what do non-successful people do? They wake up whenever they want. They don't have any dreams. They don't have an ambition. The only thing they look forward to is parties, drinking, these instant gratification activities. But you're the crazy one. But you're the person who, oh, like, why do you have goals? Like, why are you so serious about life? Just chill. Just come over here and party with us. Like, you don't have to take life so seriously. No, do not fall for that mentality. That average mentality of, yeah, bro, just come over here and just enjoy yourself, bro. You mean, have a drink every once in a while in moderation. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm so sick of that lifestyle. Like, I've lived that. I've lived that party lifestyle. I've done it. That was the only thing I looked forward to. I was just like constantly numbing myself. And I can say for certain that it's not for me. Those who set a worthwhile goal will find a way. Because there is a certain equation I'm gonna put together. It's positive energy plus faith plus action equals your goals. So positive energy, what does that really mean? It means being optimistic. It means being open and knowing the possibilities, knowing that it is possible. And then faith on top of that, believing that you can do it. Having faith that you can see this vision of yours that you really want to achieve, that physique, this amount of money, that business, the people that you want to help, your purpose, your craft. Having faith that you can achieve what you want to achieve is a beautiful thing. So having positive energy on top of the faith, plus action, plus taking action, not just mentally masturbating about it, not just it just twirling in your head the whole time. Write down a piece of paper and see what you have to do. Create a roadmap for your delusion, for your little delusion, right? That people want to bring you back to reality. But I'm telling you, reality is what you think it is. There's laws of the universe, yes, of course, but there's also the law of life's a mirror. Life is a mirror to you. What you think is true will be true. If you came to me today and said, oh, I can't make $100 million, I'd be like, you're right. If you came to me and said, oh yeah, I can't get that girl, I'd be like, you're right. But if you came to me tomorrow and said, yo, I can get that girl, I'd be like, you're right. And if you also came to me and said, yo, I can make $100 million, I'd be like, you're right. That doesn't mean it's just gonna spawn right there. You have to act. What happens is when we have a thought, right? When we have a thought, a vision of a goal, what happens is this reality takes time for it to manifest. That's why manifestation is like a real thing, because what happens is everything starts with our thoughts. If you've ever noticed that when you go to dream, if you ever had a lucid dream where you can actually just like control your dreams, you can live out your dreams, because whatever thought that pops up, you can just spawn in anything in your dreams. But when you come back to reality, when you come back to this reality, you realize that it's not like that in your dreams, right? But what you can do is think, and you can manifest it. It just takes time. Your dreams are not bound by time, but what is bound by time is right here, right now. That's another practice that you can do, and it's Grant Cardone's 10x rule. What this really is just an exercise to open up your mind. Right now, what is your goal? What are the things that you want to achieve? And what I want you to do is that 10x it. If your goal is to make $1,000 a month, 10x it, $10,000 a month. And then what happens is this exercise is so important, because you might think, oh, like, what do you mean? Like 10x? That's a crazy amount, right? If you want to lose 10 pounds and you just say 10x that, you want to lose 100 pounds, you're kind of just like, wait, what the fuck? Like, that's so much more harder. It's like a lot of work, and that's not even like healthy, right? But this isn't even about achieving the 10x goal. It's about opening your mind to those possibilities. It's about increasing the span. It's about increasing the possibilities of achieving these worthwhile goals. Because what happens is, when you think of a goal, your brain automatically starts thinking about ways that you can achieve that. So when you 10x that goal of yours, your brain's gonna start thinking about ways it can achieve that. Even if it seems impossible, your brain wants to find a way still. And that's about opening your mind. If you can lose 100 pounds, you can definitely lose 10 pounds, right? But like I said, you don't have to achieve the 10x goal. It's just a matter. This exercise is a way to open up your mind. Dreaming big is delusional, and that's why you'll achieve it. If you actually want to get something done, you need to like write a plan. Write down what you have to do. Don't just keep it all jumbled up in your mind. Get out a piece of paper and start planning. Write down the top roadmap to the goal. Write down your goal and start breaking it down. What you have to do day by day, month by month, week by week, year by year in order to achieve that. And just once you have this goal, make sure it's a goal that you can get obsessed with, that you just fantasize about all the time. And make sure it's not just like, oh, like I gained 5 pounds. Like, no, like make it like I gained 20 pounds of muscle, or make it like I want to make $10,000 a month through this business, or I want to help 10,000 people, 100,000 people, or I want to build a community. I want to start a YouTube channel and get 1 million subs. Think that big. Because once you have that goal written down, break it down and become obsessed with that. You know, David Goggins is delusional. The motherfucker's crazy. He runs like hundreds of miles, right? For like days straight. And you can't even get out of bed in the morning, right? It's insane. Like, people like him are breaking people's minds and expanding people's minds in the way that they can do things. It's all about just pushing past your comfort zone and really believing that you can do it, seeing the vision, and just moving and just acting. That's really what it comes down to. You will level up. You will see results if you become a little bit more delusional. People will call it delusion, but since one was waking up early, reading books, learning, going to the gym every day, having a clean diet, delusional, it's not delusional. This is just normal. It's not just some big event that you do for 6 months to a year. It's a lifestyle. You do it every single day. Because that type of lifestyle is more meaningful than this hedonistic godless lifestyle. Dude, even the high value man, I mean, going on a yacht, buying these nice clothes, buying a nice cars, going to clubs with these girls once you have all this money, that lifestyle is fucking bullshit. Becoming a high value man is not really valuable anymore because God created you with value already. But you think you need to, in order to achieve success, you need to have all these women, you need to have these cars and these watches and these things. It's like, those things are so meaningless. They mean absolutely nothing. But what does mean something is fulfillment. It's intangible value. This conversation, this connection between me and you, this is real. This is what I strive after, these intangible things that you can't even explain in reality. It's just something that you just love to do. This is fulfilling to me, and this is what I'm willing to chase after. And I know you have something that you really want to chase after, but you have like a limited mind. You have like this limiting belief that you can't achieve that. But you can. You can achieve. Who's telling you you can't? Who is telling you? Look at the people who are telling you that you can't do it and decide if that's the life that you want to live. These people that tell you you can't do it, look at their lives. Are they really waking up early? Are they getting after? Do they have ambitious goals? In order to have this deep-rooted goal, we need to look back into our childhood when we had the most pain. Tie your goals to something that is deeply rooted emotionally into you, that you feel for. For example, helping this person. For example, like I really connect with people who are nihilistic and who have this mentality of, life's meaningless, what's the point? Life's not even exciting anymore. I just want to escape into these fantasy worlds. That was me. Those are the type of people I can relate to. I am deep rooted with. I would escape into video games all the time just to hide away from pain because I didn't know how to process my own emotions. I didn't know how to live life. I lived in my own like little fantasy world. But then I had to take a step back and realize like this world is actually beautiful. This world has so much more to offer than these fantasy worlds. And I want to show people that as well. And that's a deep rooted goal of mine. Go deeper than that. Don't just do things because it's good for you. Be delusional for the right reason. But even if you have nothing to go after, you might as well get up and do something, because doing something is better than doing nothing. Like, are you really gonna sit, like, some people just sit there and just like decompose in their bed, scroll on their phone. They just like live like they're just a sloth. But secretly, deep down, like they want something. They want to chase after something, but they just don't know what, because it's uncomfortable to think. It's uncomfortable to think about what they want to chase after. The reason you're probably dissatisfied with your life, that you don't find anything meaningful, is because you're not suffering for the right reasons. You're suffering for the wrong reasons. If suffering is still there, that means it's not the right reason. So dive deeper into yourself. Take out a piece of paper, write down all the things that's happened in your past, and try to find that thing that really affected you deep down that you can connect with and build something around that, because that is like your gift, your unique thing. That is your purpose God gave you. I'm telling you, being delusional is more fun than not, because life is what you make of it. Reality is what you make of it. There's laws that govern reality, but there's also the law of the world is a mirror to you. There's zero point in having a pessimistic mindset just because you think you're right, just because, oh yeah, since I'm smart enough to like rationalize it, it means I'm right. No, because the person who's optimistic, the person who is a little bit delusional, lives a better life. Even if he is wrong, he's still chasing his goals, he's still getting after, he loves his life. But just because you want to rationalize everything doesn't mean life's meaningless. It doesn't have to be like that, because you were given a purpose. You were given this fire, this goal of yours that is so deeply rooted. Something for you to chase after. You just need to find it. I'm telling you, be delusional and you'll level up. And with that, my friend, continue your journey and keep moving forward.